everybody. So I have a crazy story to share with you today, and it's something that happened in this exact spot that I'm in right now. Unfortunately, I don't have video footage of the event, so I'm just going to have to try to tell you the story and sort of just like recreate it in our minds today because it was pretty intense. So if you guys have been following us, you know that we live on the road and we go all over the place, and we've been up to the Yukon and we've seen grizzly bears, and that was a surreal experience. And we've had just some really amazing, incredible experiences in the wilderness and with wildlife. So seeing an animal is not necessarily like the craziest thing because we've had a lot of experiences, although I continue to love it every time and just still be in awe even when we see something like a grizzly bear. It's an awesome experience. I love it. It's humbling. And I'd say the top of the list, things like grizzly bears and mountain lions and stuff like that usually are some of the most exciting things to see. And we've had our share of those experiences, and we've had our share of even seeing mountain lions. But there are certain moments, certain ways things happen that make the experience just different than just seeing one, right? Because if I was like, hey, way over on those hills, I see a lion, that's amazing, right? That'd be so cool to watch it. It would be cool. But if there's one like right there, that would be intense, right? And that's kind of what we have in the story to share. So here's what happened. We were taking a walk, us and the dogs, as usual, hiking around and exploring like we do. And we were walking in this is exactly where it happened, this area. So we're walking in this, as you can see, it's mountainous, grassland, rocky terrain. And just, really awesome day, beautiful blue sky, a little bluer than we have today. We have a few storms rolling in this day. But it was just gorgeous, a great walk. And we kind of scrambling down. Well, there's not much in the way of trails. Well, there's no trails here. So we're just kind of scrambling around, route finding, right? We're just sort of finding our way. And we started scrambling down the hillside, which if you can't see behind me, but it gets steep. And we decided just we came up sort of a long slope way, and then a steeper slope was the way we decided to come down the mountain. And so we're scrambling down the rocks. And we came down along this hill here. Try not to block it, right? We're coming down along this hill, and if you can see this rock outcropping right there. We come down, and Kluane dog comes and he sits. And now, those of you that know Kluane dog, that's our dog, one of our dogs. We have 3. He's a funny boy. We get to camp, and he goes sometimes, and he just sits and ponders. He's a deep-spirited dog, wise old soul. So he comes and he sits, and we've seen him do this before. And, he's sort of looking around, and he keeps looking back at us and looking back at us. And we're like, I wonder if, he sees something over there. And we didn't see anything, so we sort of went into kind of a joke of, yeah, Mom and Dad, there's a bear right there, or something like that, haha. And just as we're laughing, haha, all of a sudden, right out of there in those bushes, if you can see, there's a little bit of a gully in between us and the rock outcropping. Right out of there jumps a full-size, full-grown mountain lion, boom, right onto those rocks and scurries up and runs off. And it was, like, it shut us up quick. So this thing just scaled that rock outcropping, and it seemed like 3 pounces, boom, 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 and it was gone. But it was right there. So the distance from me to those rocks is how close that mountain lion was to us. The good news is we're all safe. Nothing really happened. And it's also good news to, again, have these experiences and see that these animals, I guess contrary to popular belief, they're not just like hunting humans. I mean, this thing was scared of us. He took off. I'm not sure what kind of interaction him and Kluane were having until the point that we got down there, because Kluane sometimes, you know, he sort of trails off, and he came down and he detected it. I don't know if it was smell or if he saw it, or both, but he detected it, and he was like, hey guys. So in many ways, Kluane dog literally may have saved our life yesterday. And so you can bet that he got a nice portion of chicken and he's going to get a good meal as a thank you for that, because I don't know what would have happened if we did walk up on it, since it was so close, and it must have been low and hiding in that brush enough to hide a full-size mountain lion, an adult mountain lion in that brush, which cats, you know, they can get down. So I don't know, but you know, we think of it as an awesome experience. That was incredible. Sure, maybe frightening, but not really. It was just amazing. Now, I said this at the beginning, we don't have video footage of the event. Hopefully by now that I've told the story, you understand why. In that scenario, our focus was totally on really keeping the dog safe at that point. So we had to, you know, wrap a leash around him. And, you know, just be ready in case, because we didn't know what was going to happen. It all happened really fast. So we grabbed the dogs, and it doesn't really give us time to think about getting a camera out by the time the thing's gone. Unfortunately, I would love to have a picture of it. I mean, that thing is so powerful, just scaling the side of those cliffs right there, right there. That's the closest encounter I've had with a mountain lion. Some people would say it's amazing to have one encounter with a mountain lion. We've had a lot. I've seen 6 mountain lions in my life. So our travels are definitely showing us some incredible stuff. The elusive mountain lion. You don't just see those all the time. So it's awesome. But that one goes in the books as probably, it's a contender for one of the coolest experiences we've had since we've been living on the road. So yeah, that's the story. That's what happened. I would love to show you guys the actual, you know, the picture that I have in my mind of what happened. The most I can do is tell you that right there was a full-grown mountain lion scaling those outcroppings. And we stood there probably looking a little bit like dummies watching it go over those rocks. So amazing, beautiful place here. Definitely some wildlife to hang out with. And yeah, we are walking again and just enjoying the scenery, but I wanted to share that story with you because it's one of my favorite ones from the road now. So that's all. Stay tuned. We'll have probably more incredible stories as we work our way around and explore. And yeah, thanks guys for being here. And if you guys have any cool experiences, share them here too. I'm curious what you guys have seen out there. What was the coolest wildlife or wilderness experience you've had? Or if you don't have something, I guess that's the coolest, the weirdest, the wildest, whatever. Let's share some tales and see what we got going on out there. It's good to know there's some wildlife left out there. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye.